Our headlines today. The Chancellor has warned her cuts to welfare will force 250,000 people into poverty as she tries to kickstart a faltering economy. We'll speak with her at 7:30.
The spring statement was Rachel Reeves's response to a changing world, but some in her own party want the Chancellor to change her approach.
And the Chancellor will be hoping the economy starts to grow as abundantly as my surroundings here at the Winter Garden in Sheffield. I'll be getting reaction from people here to the main announcements.
President Trump announces more trade tariffs. Now it's a 25% levy on all car imports to the United States.
Sir Keir Starmer joins Presidents Macron and Zelensky in Paris, where they'll co-host the latest summit of the Coalition of the Willing, those ready to keep defending Ukraine.
Good morning in sport. A fantastic fight back from Arsenal. They're through to the semi-finals now of the Women's Champions League after stunning Real Madrid at the Emirates.
And the late hairy biker Dave Meyer's last motorcycle sells for £15,000 at auction. We'll find out who bought it.
Talks aimed at ending the ongoing bin strike in Birmingham will resume this morning. Industrial action began in January and escalated 2 weeks ago when around 350 members of the Unite union walked out indefinitely because of council restructuring plans and pay cuts. There are fears that one of the most popular canals in Wales could start to dry up within a week. Operators of the 225-year-old Monmouthshire and Brecon Canal have warned of an urgent water shortage without imminent rainfall. Limits were also recently placed on using water from the environmentally sensitive River Usk.
40 minutes past 7. Clarkson's Farm has been given a royal stamp of approval with the Prince of Wales set to appear in an upcoming episode.
Prince William revealed that his son Prince George is a fan of the show and he met the stars Caleb Cooper and Charlie Island during a visit to Somerset to discuss mental health care with farmers. Big fan of the tractors.
Is he?
Yes.
OK, didn't know that. So let's have a look at the front pages from some of the papers from today for you.
The Chancellor's spring statement is dominating the front pages. The Guardian's headline reads, Reeves accused of balancing books at expense of the poor. The paper suggests that welfare cuts will leave more than 3 million households worse off.
Let's have a look at Daily Mirror, carrying a similar headline, quoting Paul Novak from the Trades Union Congress, who's accused the Chancellor of making the wrong call to cut sickness and disability assistance rather than increasing taxes on the wealthiest people.
Deluded. That's the Mail's headline, which accuses Rachel Reeves of failing to restore economic stability as part of Labour's pledge for national renewal.
And the Sun leads instead with a report the Prince of Wales will appear on the Amazon Prime programme Clarkson's Farm. It says Prince William will appear on Jeremy Clarkson's show after meeting his co-star Caleb Cooper at a mental health event. Just from the inside pages, I will whisk you to San Sebastian.
Oh, please do.
In northern Spain.
Lovely.
A very lovely spot with a narrow beach.
Yes.
OK? So you'll be familiar with the idea of people rushing to the pool to put the towels down and all that kind of thing. It doesn't really happen on this beach because at the beginning of the season, you buy a permanent parasol spot on the beach. So you buy it for the whole season.
OK.
There's a big row going on because the Spanish national government has said the beaches got narrower because of global warming, so there's less sand than there ever was. So they are saying there have to be new rules about how much it costs and how many parasols, permanent parasols, are on the beach.
OK.
The kind of little structure things.
Yeah.
So, for example, let me illustrate this. In 2010... there were 951 of these permanent parasols allowed on the beach.
Right.
Now, there are 460. So it's more than halved. And if you want to know how much you pay for one of these parasols for the season, OK, you pay €376 for the front row, so the ones nearest the water.
OK.
For the entire season, so the summer season, 288 for the third row back.
Do you think people sublet them to tourists?
Probably. But yeah, now what they're going to do is they're going to have a lottery, like a ballot.
For locals?
For locals.
OK.
So you pitch in and then somebody will get it or other people won't. But, yeah, what is it? Do you want to say 300
Oh, interesting that
376
patch
euros?
of sand is that
That
big
little
real
block
estate.
is yours?
You know what my tip was? I've swum in this bit of sea, Charlie. Go in October. It might be freezing. You can get all the beach space you want.
Yes, that figures. But the water, presumably, is quite warm.
It's quite cold.
Oh.
Two people have been arrested as part of an investigation into vandalism of Donald Trump's Turnberry golf course in Scotland. Pro-Palestinian protesters targeted the world-famous golf course and hotel earlier this month. Police said a 75-year-old man and 66-year-old woman were arrested. Both have been released pending further inquiries, and an investigation remains ongoing. A ban on so-called ninja swords is set to come into force by summer. It will be illegal to possess, sell, make or import the weapon from the 1st of August as the final part of an anti-knife crime measure introduced under Ronan's Law, named after 16-year-old Ronan Kanda, who was murdered yards from his home in 2022. Thousands of British Steel jobs are put at risk in Scunthorpe as the company warns 2 blast furnaces on the site are no longer financially sustainable. And still to come, we'll find out which shows have been shortlisted in this year's BAFTA TV Awards.
At 6, the doctor who says she feels betrayed by her own hospital after her son died of sepsis. 22-year-old William Hughes was rushed to Homerton Hospital in London, but delays and communication errors.
I trusted them. I felt betrayed.
Also tonight, will President Trump's 25% car import tariff stall the Chancellor's economic growth plans amid warnings she may have to put up taxes in the autumn? Thousands of jobs at risk as British Steel looks at closing its 2 blast furnaces in Scunthorpe.
What would you say to the investors who are watching this who have lost everything, Craig?
We tracked down the whisky fraudster who conned investors out of thousands of pounds and left them over a barrel.
And on BBC London, calls for national action on the Ask for Angela safety scheme after investigation by this programme uncovered failings at a number of London venues.
The environmental campaign group Just Stop Oil has said it will stop its 3-year campaign of direct action after a final demonstration this month in Westminster. The group has staged high-profile protests across the UK since 2022, targeting paintings, halting West End shows and stopping motorway traffic. Dozens of its activists have been jailed. The campaigners say their initial demand to end new oil and gas projects has now been met by government policy, and a different approach is now needed.